Flipkart's co-founder Binny Bansal gets candid on your favorite channel. He talks about the many issues like corporate governance, tells us about his future plans as well as about Walmart. Let's listen in.
For any startup, I think it's a long journey, and you have to build trust with so many different people, with your customers, with your partners or vendors, with your investors, and it's end of the day, it's a personal brand and the brand of the company, which will carry you forward. So, and governance is a key part of building that brand. Doing the right thing is very, very crucial. There will be, if there are short-term pressures, I think the long-term it should never get in the way of the long-term trust building or the long-term governance around the company, because at some point that catches up with you. So I think it's very, very, very important. I can't stress more because also, I mean, the way the ecosystem is, also the VC model is sort of built in a way where once you get funding, you have to show growth, you have to chase numbers. So I think it's also comes with just the territory which we play in. So it can lead to short-term behavior. It's very easy to get into that trap. So you have to be super, super conscious to really think long-term and not short-term when that happens. Yeah, I think, again, endgame is I guess, a function of too many external variables. Everything is not in your control. So I think given the way the capital markets are, given the way competition is out there, given the way it was going to evolve, I think continuing on the treadmill of raising more capital, because you have to fight competition at every step on capital. Like on other things, it's still like fair game, it's easy to fight, but if there's sort of, you have to keep fighting on the capital side. With the Walmart transaction, was kind of the best way forward, because then you at least take the capital competition away, and then you are competing on talent, on your customer experience, on the core things which matter, which are in your control. So I think that was the sort of core thought behind doing what we did on the end game. You find a niche where find a secret which nobody else knows. The big companies are not going to play, even if they want to, because of various factors, and you really focus on that. And there are just, I mean, my belief is there are just so many opportunities out there, because of the technological change in the last 15-20 years, especially in the last 5-10 years. Everything in every sector can be done in a much more efficient, much more scalable.
I think the entrepreneurs here would love to know where are the opportunities. What if you just in your mind is coming in the next 10 years?
You take any sector, you take healthcare, or you take fintech, or even education. I just recently invested in a company which is helping developers developers become better developers, or non-developers learn coding faster, right? And if you think, that's actually a good example, because there are companies today which do that. All of that is like content waste. You read something, or you look at a video, and then you learn, and you apply. Now this company is, because of the technology evolution, is able to now gamify the process. So instead of reading content or watching videos first, you actually start with a problem, coding problem. And then, because technology today allows you to do this, they are able to use technology to guide you through the problem solving, right? While you're problem solving, they'll guide you to the right content. So it's gamified. So there's more interest which any person will have in going through that program. So now this was not possible 10 years ago. 10 years ago, you could not build this company. But today you can build a gamified e-learning company. So education, as we know it, classroom teaching and all of that, like kind of needs to change on its head. And there's just so much opportunity. This is just helping developers learn faster. There are so many different skills to be learned. So there's so many different companies to be created in just this space. So I think there's just a ton of opportunity to do new things. I think the few things I look at, one is obviously the market. The market and the vision of the entrepreneur. If the entrepreneur is looking at is it solving a big problem? Finally, not the starting problem doesn't need to be big, but finally what you build, the vision needs to sort of take you to be solving some big problem. You should start with a small problem. So market and vision, and then the founding team, obviously. I mean, and more from, again, from a soft side, what are they passionate about? Why are they doing this? The why is very important. So is it about impact, or is it just about creating valuation? So I would rather invest in people who are thinking about customers and impact rather than people who are thinking about building a billion-dollar company or a unicorn or whatever. And then what have they done till now? I mean, what is the traction? What do they think? What have they achieved? How did they learn? What are their insights? What is the secret behind their model? So I think these 3-4 things, and then it's an intuitive call on whether to invest or not at an early stage. I'm kind of taking in an exploration mode, spending a lot of time with the family. I have 2 young children, twin boys, 2-year-olds, so spending a lot of time there. I think 1 or 2 things which are clear, which I want to do as a theme, is just help entrepreneurs. So in that sense, some investing, and then I've also kind of seeded this company called X210X along with one of my colleagues, Sai Kiran. And the idea is there to help a little bit more late-stage companies. So it's X210X. So how do you, after you have product market fit, after you have momentum, let's say you've raised your Series A or B, and you really need to scale. I mean, the product market fit is there, you really need to scale. How can you what is the help you need? There is a lot that can go wrong in scaling up your organization or your processes or supply chain, even basic things like your financial management, your legal contracts, all of those things. So that's one thing which I've kind of seeded, but apart from that, taking time off right now.